Hello and welcome everyone as we have Bruiser Brody versus Terry Funk. One fall to a finish, 30-minute time limit, and I have a feeling we're not going to need all those 30 minutes because Bruiser Brody he's like a freight train that will either derail or smash whatever is in his path. Both of these guys are pretty wild. Terry Funk, it became evident later in his career, or I guess from the time period that I know him, but seeing his tag match with Dory against Bruiser and Stan Lane, you definitely know, not Stan Lane, Stan Hansen. I know he is a brawler, someone who is just like a bucking bronco, thus the jacket with Texas Bronco. Very apropos, however you want to say it. This guy is going to bring the fight to Bruiser, whereas a lot of people would probably be too intimidated to do that. And I think the music now playing is for one Bruiser Brody, who I assume is going to have a chain in hand. Yes, he does. He is walking through the fans as though he is the villain in a monster movie. Like he is, they call him King Kong, Bruiser Brody, but I think for these Japanese fans, he might also have a very good impersonation of Godzilla, as he is someone who just tears down anything in his path. This is a truly awesome matchup between these two North American stars. We get to see it in Japan. Both of them would make names for themselves in Texas, but had some brilliant matches in Japan. The ref is checking for weapons, and you can never be too sure with Bruiser Brody, with the wild fighting style and appearance. And Funk is in a corner, and he is saying, "Bring the fight to me, big guy." So I don't think he's ever laid eyes on someone who scared him, even Bruiser Brody, who could probably scare most men. Look at him, down on all fours. And Bruiser takes Funk into the ring, or to the corner. He is trying to punch his way out, chopping. I'm sure this match is going to quickly turn into pandemonium as these wild brawlers completely kind of exchange horns, so to speak. And they are wrapped up, and you can hear these Japanese fans really going gaga over this so far. Funk was sent to the outside. He thought better of it, rolls back in, and Bruiser, big kick to the belly of Funk. Now he's going to look to really lay in some stiff shots. It's a huge overhand right, sending Funk reeling. Now a huge body slam in the middle of the ring. He's going to be going for that leg drop, one of his signature moves, and he's going to try to work the neck over of Terry Funk, to great delight. Funk in immense amount of pain there. Sticks the tongue out at the ref as though he asked him, "Hey, do you have any foreign weapons in your mouth?" Only a 2 count there. That one, I love the way that Funk sells. That's something like Flair, one of the great sellers in all of wrestling. He's completely gone off from the ring, and now Bruiser Brody gives chase, looking to inflict more damage, giving all the fans I guess, a little extra for their ticket price as he's using one of the fans' chairs. You have to wonder if they're going to have to go and retrieve that afterwards, or if that has just now permanently become a prop of the event. Now I'm working on the neck further, and that ear seems to have really been injured by one Terry Funk, and to wonder what the ref had to say to get them back in the ring. I think at certain points they kind of forget that this is a sporting event, and really just get in the mindset that this is a fight. As Bruiser is just laying into Funk with boot after boot. Looks like he might have sent him to the outside with that last one. And I might be eagle eye here. I think Funk was bleeding from the head, maybe the ear, although I'm not completely sure. And if he gigged himself in the ear, that is maybe the most unique place to gig. It looks like it's definitely the side of the head, as you can see it. Yeah, I think he might have busted him open in the ear. It's difficult to guess if that was self-inflicted for the match, because like I said, that's such a weird place to gig, or if one of those boots might have actually blown the eardrum of Funk. But needless to say, Bruiser has drawn blood on the madman that is Terry Funk, and now he's just dropping knees. And watching a match like this, you're thinking to yourself, is this big monster just going to completely brutalize Terry Funk into a mass or a puddle that is completely unrecognizable from how he came in? And that is kind of what this match is looking like thus far. And you know, Funk has an insane amount of fight in him, but at some point you face something that is just much too great. And it's, gosh. Again, you gotta love the way that Funk sells. Maybe it's a defensive maneuver, those flailing legs, and like he's trying to be offensive and get himself out. But also it just looks crazy to see someone about to be pile driven. Oh, whoa, he catches the leg, and we might see a spinning toe hold. Now Bruiser able to muscle out of it. And Bruiser stays very much in control. Big punch to the gut by Funk. He's trying to change his fortunes in this match. Still holding that ear that is just splattering blood all over the place. Ooh, big low blow there by Terry Funk. Did the ref catch it? I don't think so. Bruiser on the outside. Yeah, I guess if there's one way to try to nullify the strength and size of the big man, a low blow would be the way to do it. And he sends Bruiser careening off the ring post, and he fell onto one of those announce tables. And now Terry, holding the announce table as though it were a Super Bowl trophy, slams it on Brody, and now both men have been busted open in some way. Bruiser on the forehead, as you're generally going to see, and Funk in the ear, which is quite unique, but he is bleeding a lot from the ear. Now Terry has a mouth full of blood from biting the man Bruiser Brody. But we talked about this, me and my dad, what a cool gimmick was Brody. You have to wonder what he could have done if he were ever to be picked up by McMahon while that promotion was just completely full steam ahead. But what was pretty much a brawl from the very get-go has descended even further into just a barroom brawl. with a big backdrop there by Brody, and he goes for the pin. Funk able to kick out. And again, this is a 30-minute time limit. Bruiser going to the top rope, and he is pretty far away from Funk, and Funk able to cut it off. Big chops there. Bruiser wearing a crimson mask now, and blood streaming down the side of the face of Funk, and Funk is doing his best Muhammad Ali impression. He's not quite as quick on his feet, but effective all the same, and now goes for the leg of Bruiser and is able to apply the spinning toe hold and keeps on turning and turning to try to get it deeper each time. Now just holding it in. Bruiser has to make sure he keeps his shoulders off the mat while trying to fight out of this maneuver. Fans are going wild, and he kicks off, and Hansen is now at the side of the ring trying to make sure that everything stays on the up and up, or maybe to make sure that Bruiser does not lose this match, at least cleanly. But, I mean, in the shot right now, 3 of the toughest people who ever laced up a pair of boots. Big shoulder block. And Funk now lands a bit delayed, but Hansen trying to make sure that his tag partner is going to make it back in that ring. And he's giving him some guidance, but also trying to make sure he gets up on his feet. Now I think Bruiser biting the wound on Funk's ear to try to open it up even more. Which it was a different time period. It was the 80s, but you know, the fear of bloodborne illness was not quite what it is today. Hansen is unhappy with the maneuvers that Funk is trying to do. I mean, this is just a chaotic brawl right now. I think even a wild brawl would not properly describe, as both men have now used the table as a weapon. And Hansen, he is beating up Dory Funk. And again, we saw all 4 of these competitors in a tag match, and now Hansen has taken the match into his own hands, and it is a full-out brawl between the 4. The ref is going to have to call this match and try to get out safely. This is just insane pandemonium. I think you're going to have to get the Japanese military out here to stop this fight. It is just craziness. And now we have a 2-on-1 situation. Hansen and Brody are going to try to incapacitate Funk and get their pound of flesh as the match ends after 10 minutes and 24 seconds of action. Funk is the winner by disqualification due to Stan Hansen's kind of interference in the match. And Dory brings out the great equalizer, a fan's chair, and he was using the metal side as a weapon on both of these participants. And you see the rivalry between the Funks and Hansen and Brody. And I think, yep, Funk, I knew that a chair had been thrown, but I wasn't sure who had thrown it. It is Funk. He's actually doing more damage than good because he just gave Hansen and Brody weapons. And one of the chairs bounced back and seemingly hit Funk. Should maybe consider getting in there to help. I think is that Giant Baba? Yeah, seems like it might be. I can't. If it is Baba, it's a much younger Baba than what I'm used to looking at. I still haven't seen the face of the guy who it was, but finally, a 5th participant gets in the ring, is able to run off. Nope, never mind. More brawling in the walkway as as Bruiser says, no, I'm not quite done yet. I want a few more chair shots. And this has been crazy. A fight, insane action, blood galore. And I hope you enjoyed it. Some of the more hardcore stuff from the earlier days of pro wrestling. Thank you all for joining, and I will catch you on the Flippity Floop. Bye, y'all.